In the mid-2000s, Starbucks was expanding aggressively with new stores, strong top-line growth with a global presence. On paper, the business looked successful, but underneath, the operating system of the company was quietly weakening, whereby store managers were stretched, processes became rushed, and the focus slowly shifted from experience to speed and from quality to volume. Customers were still buying, but loyalty was starting to erode. The numbers had not collapsed yet, but the signals were there. And that's where Howard Schultz returned as CEO. He did not treat this as a sales problem. He treated it as a leadership and execution problem. He made decisions that looked irrational in the short term, whereby he shut down the stores, he paused expansion, he reinvested in training, and reset the standards at the store level. In other words, he slowed revenue growth to protect the engine that produced revenue. This is the part most businesses struggle with. When sales are under pressure, leaders push harder. When growth slows, they add more targets, more initiatives, more urgency. In fact, Starbucks did the opposite. They fixed the mindset first. They rebuilt execution discipline, how work actually happened on the ground. And they clarified accountability, who owned what and good really looked like. Only after the system was repaired did revenue growth return, stronger and more predictable. Here's the lesson that applies directly to growing businesses. Revenue does not break suddenly. It breaks gradually when mindset, execution, and accountability drift out of alignment. Sales target alone can't fix that. Motivation can't fix that. Even a great strategy can't fix that. What fixes it is your working systems, and that distinction matters. Most businesses I work with don't need more ideas or advice. They need operating systems that run every week, guide decisions, create execution rhythm, and hold people accountable without constant firefighting. They're not just concepts, they're not theory, they're ready to implement working systems built around execution. If your business is serious about revenue growth, the question is not whether you need systems, you already do. The real question is whether the systems you're running today are strong enough to support the growth you're chasing. That's what we help businesses build and install through our Infinite Rise Playbook systems. If you're interested, please go to www.infiniterisestore.com and download our playbook systems. And thank me later.